I might get obliterated for this take, but the most transphobic people that I've encountered, both online and off, have been cis women.
First, I'd like to give a shout out to Libs of TikTok for sharing this video on Twitter. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to give them a follow, guys. So anyways, here we go. Let's start with the review, guys. This lady is incorrect. Already, if you're saying, I'm probably going to get obliterated for this, that means you already know completely that you're wrong. Because you know everyone's going to disagree with you. And if the whole world disagrees with you, you're wrong. And I know some people are going to say, well, that's not right, just because people disagree. What if everyone is evil except that one person? Guys, the way we are as humans is we feel a certain way, and we agree to something because we know something just don't feel right. If it don't feel right, then that's how people are going to disagree with things. It's just not right. So when you said that, you were probably hoping for some compassion by saying, I'm probably going to get obliterated for this. You were probably hoping that people would be like, no, you'll be fine. But it backfired. And people made a joke out of you. But anyways, yeah, I mean, if someone does something wrong, they're forced to take therapy classes, and to seek help because they have did something really bad. Not everyone else. Obviously, if other people were right, they'd be the ones taking the classes, and that one person would be the one that'd be okay. So right there, you already accepted that people would be against that by sending that message. And also, cis is a made-up word. Okay, I love the LGBTQ community. You guys are awesome, but I don't accept cis. I'm never going to call myself a cis male. I don't care if the community made that word and they're trying to make it an actual thing. I'm just straight. That's it. I don't need to be called cis. If the word straight exists, that's all you need. It's to verify that I'm straight, or some people even use the word super straight. But yeah, no, that's all it is, guys. It's just straight. That's the way I accept things. That's the way we learn in school. In school, they don't teach you that you're cis. I go by actual definitions and terms and how we are taught. So right there, a cis woman that you used, yeah, I just don't agree with that. But anyways, here goes.
I see so many videos of cis women talking about how they're essentially tired of sharing the space of womanhood with trans people because they don't understand the reproductive struggles that they've had.
And you disagree? No, they don't know the struggles of a real woman. Okay? From birth, they're female. They have to grow up as a female. Things that trans don't have to go through. It's not the same. And then real childbirth, not genetically engineered, going through menstrual cramps, all that stuff, guys, that real women go through. The pains, the suffering. Okay, people that are trans make themselves a certain way, but their body is built different because they're in a man's body, changing themselves as a woman. It's not the same. They're not going to feel that exact pain, that exact emotion. It's not the same. They're not going to feel the joy of growing up that same way. No.
Just because you get periods and you have the capacity to have kids does not make you a woman inherently.
Yes, it is. That's what a female is. That's like saying just because I have what I have doesn't make me a man. This is funny. Hold on. Let's keep going, guys.
Intersex people exist. Trans people can and have had kids. There are plenty of cis women that can't have kids or don't have periods or have other reproductive struggles for one reason or another.
The reversal. I like how they always do this. What about women that can't give birth? You know, what about women that can't have periods? You know, come on. Their bodies are still built that way. They still have the chromosomes that make them a female. They still have the ability. It's a medical condition that they can't. That's it. And a trans person. Oh, what about some trans people that can give birth? Okay, they're genetically engineered. They have to get worked on. They have to get special surgeries. And then the egg has to get implanted. It's not natural, guys. They can't naturally give birth. All this is from being genetically engineered. It's like an android, okay? No matter how many organs we give an android, if we give them lungs, if we give them all these things, they're still not human. They're not going to operate the same way. They're still going to see visually through electronics, and it's not going to be their natural eye. It's not human. It's like motion sensor. They can't really see these things. They can't really feel these things. You can't give people those things you know that other genders have. You can't. If you are male, you will always be male. If you're female, you'll always be female. If you're trans, then what you are is what you started at birth. Okay? So if you're a female that was trans into male, you're just a trans woman that became male, but you're not actually a man. Yes, your body was changed, but yeah, you're not going to be able to impregnate a woman without being genetically engineered. You can't. And it's the same way with the man that goes, a man that's trans to become a woman. You're not a real woman. Your body's just altered. You're just altered. Basically, so you can give birth and have periods. All these things, guys, is genetically engineered. That's it. An android will always be an android. Even if we give him a pair of lungs, whatever, he'll still be a robot. They'll never be able to give birth to other growing babies, A robot will be robots. They're just going to build other robots. Well, a trans can't give birth to a trans. You're not going to be born basically as a trans. You become trans so you can be male or female because your body is changed. You go through surgeries. All these surgeries to get implanted this. Well, let's insert the egg. Come on, guys. You're genetically engineered. It is not from birth. It's not natural. Your body is still built the same way a man's is. It's just changed. Okay, you're just changing. You're changing things here and there. Voice box, genitals. I mean, all these things are just. It's like being tweaked. No matter how many times I tweak a certain computer, it's still going to be an HP computer. I added this part, it's still an HP computer. Okay? You can't change the motherboard of a gender. I'm just saying.
These same people will claim to be allies while also complaining about how somehow womanhood is being taken away from them because trans people are calling themselves women without having the same experiences that they have had. If trans women bother you in that way, you're being transphobic. There's no other way around it.
No, women do have that right to be an ally and disapprove. It's like, let's just say we're allies, right? But you steal something from mine. You're saying I don't have a right as an ally to be angry? Yes, I do. If I'm going to say that someone's an ally, then I still expect that respect as an ally. It's the same energy with women. They deserve that respect because they were born a female. They had to grow up with struggles that trans people don't have. They genetically changed their bodies. They altered it to be that way. Leisurely. They weren't forced to grow up that way. They weren't forced to endure that pain. They put that pain upon themselves. Okay? It's not the same. You can't just suddenly change your body. Oh, I'm weak now. I bruise like a woman. You can't just suddenly say that you have a female's body. Okay? There's a lot of things that are different. Like females have more body fat than males. Guys, that's proven. Okay, what about all that stuff? Okay? What about the natural genetics our bodies have? No. They're not going to experience those same things. So women have every right to be offended. They do. Because transgender, they're not going to experience that exact same thing. And a woman just can't say, oh, well, I don't want to be a woman anymore. They would have to genetically alter their body, becoming trans. Yeah, it's not the same. They have to endure those things in life. Just because you get a surgery doesn't automatically make you a woman. Here we go with that made-up word, transphobic. Come on, guys. No one is actually transphobic, unless someone that actually has a fear of trans people, because that's what a phobia is. I hate when people take phobias and they try to make it their own. Well, you're transphobic. You're vegan phobic. Guys, you're not any kind of phobic unless you actually have a fear of it. Because that's what phobic is. A phobia. A fear. Yeah. Stop trying to make it your own thing. You can't be transphobic. I don't care. Not saying that there's not a person on this planet that doesn't have a fear of trans. But, I'm just saying. Stop taking a phobia and making it your own. People always tend to do that. The only phobic is a phobia.